All right, in this video, we're going to do some more practice problems with some ethers. So here we have propoxypentane. Our parent chain is pentane. This is really one propoxypentane. It's just not written out, it's implied. So you just start a parent chain. You can choose what you want to draw it as, condensed or line. I'm going to do lines, a bit easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On carbon number 1, we'll put our propoxy, so we'll have to connect an O there. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Propoxy means 3 carbons. All right. So again, you can try pausing the video and then trying it yourself and then checking your work. So longest chain looks like it's going to be this one. And then the attachment to carbon number 1 here, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So our alkoxy group has 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. So this is a 1 butoxy and then hexane, like that. All right, so next, let's see. Our longest chain is this here. We number to get the smallest number possible for a substituent, which is this here, 2 carbons. It's an ethoxy. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 2 ethoxy hexane, just like that. Phenoxy benzene. That one's an interesting one. So benzene is our parent chain. I'm going to draw it this way, and you'll see why in a second. But notice we have phenoxy. What does that mean? Well, oxy means that we have some kind of alkyl, so we have some kind of alkoxy group, O here, connected to some carbon chain. What does that phen mean? Remember, phenyl really means a benzene ring, so it's really just 2 benzenes connected to each other. Doesn't really matter which one is the parent one. We don't really care. But if we had like more substituents on one, then that would be your parent one because it's just easier to name that way. Imagine naming one with a bunch of substituents as your side chain. That's a bit tough to do. Okay, so our longest chain here looks like it's going to be this one over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our alkoxy group is this one here with 2 carbons. That's on carbon number 2. So it's 2 ethoxy. And then pentane. Okay, let's try the next one here. So longest chain with double bonds too is this one here. We care about the priority of getting double bonds to be the lowest possible. It doesn't really matter which direction we start from because like both directions will give you the same number for your double bonds and also for the substituents. So it doesn't really matter. You can test it out yourself if you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Carbon number 4 has a 1, 2, so 4 ethoxy. And then we have 2 double bonds. So it's also a 7 carbon chain. So it's hepta. And then we have 2, 5. And then that would be 2 double bonds, so diene. Hepta-2,5-diene, like that. If you don't remember how to name multiple double bonds, you can take a look in the lesson in alkenes and alkynes, and that will go over again how to name it when you have multiple double bonds. All right, next we have our name: 2-bromo, 1-methoxy, hexane. So first of all, let's start our parent chain, hexane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says at carbon number 1, you have a methoxy, so we'll make this our carbon number 1 here. Put an O, and then just attach a methyl group to it. So that's carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could have drawn it from the other direction too. Doesn't really matter. So 1, 2. So this is a bromo, Br. This is our last one here. We have a parent chain of benzene and some weird substituent here. Don't confuse this with an amine. Amine is NH. This is NO2. There's two O's. It's a nitro group. It's the same priority as alkyl groups and alkoxy groups. It's called nitro. So if there's nothing high priority around, you just got to go alphabetical order, because we're trying to decide here, is this carbon number 1 or is this carbon number 1? This here is a 1, 2, 3. This is a propoxy. Okay. And this is a nitro. So really at this point, we're just going alphabetical order. So L, M, N, O, P. N will come first. So 1, 2, 3. So we get 1 nitro, 3 propoxy, and then our parent chain is simply benzene. And so there we did a bunch of practice problems where we either drew molecules from their name or named molecules if provided a picture. So make sure you can do these problems without any difficulty. And once you do that, you can go and do some more problems from the worksheets if you need extra practice. In the next video, we're going to do a quick summary of the properties of alcohols and ethers. You already know a lot of this because of the first unit where we learned intermolecular forces, and that's what this is all related to.